After the program's most consequential win of probably the last 2 decades last night, could this week get any better for Miami? Yes, it can, and I'm going to tell you why. My name is Robert Irby, and thanks again for tuning in to ACC Uprising. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we would love to hear from you and your thoughts on this video and all of our videos that Grant and I have been putting together. We've been grinding away, trying to make something happen here. So looking at Miami, yes, they had this amazing win against Ole Miss last night in the college football playoff semifinal. They now get to play in the national championship in their home stadium. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I have to admit, I was wrong. If you saw my video yesterday, I was talking about how Beck was going to blow it in the biggest moment, how Ole Miss and that high-flying offense with Trinidad Chambliss was going to run away with it. And man, I was this close. But at the end of the day, that situation arose and Carson Beck came through. The Miami quarterback that not everyone believed in, probably not many people believed in, came through. And now, Miami might have an even better quarterback next year. Why? Because as soon as Miami gets off that plane coming back from Phoenix, Arizona, back to Coral Gables, who's going to be waiting for him there? The number one quarterback in the transfer portal. Yes, that's right, Sam Leavitt. According to On3, they are reporting that Sam Leavitt, who is the number one quarterback in the transfer portal, both by On3's rankings and 24/7's rankings, and 24/7 even has Leavitt as the number one player overall in the transfer portal. He is coming to Miami and is going to visit. Now, Levit has been absolutely making the rounds, right? He was at Tennessee before this. I think he's visited Kentucky, LSU. He was with Lane Kiffin. He is visiting every single school that he can because he knows that he is the hottest commodity in the portal right now for a time when quarterbacks are definitely at a premium, especially at that elite kind of level. However, how great of a pitch is it that you can say, hey, Sam Leavitt, welcome to Miami. A, we're one of the most enjoyable cities to live in the country. And B, way more importantly, we're about to play for a national championship right here. Tennessee can't say that. LSU can't say that. Kentucky sure as hell can't say that. Okay, if Leavitt wants to get paid, Carson Beck, his reported paycheck this year was upwards of $4 million. Great. All the money Sam Leavitt could want is right there. And now you have a program that is sustaining success. They have finally taken this leap. To put the trope out there, the U is back. And now Sam Leavitt can take this program into dynasty stratosphere in the ACC. Even if Miami doesn't win this national championship, the fact that they even got here is something that they have failed to even sniff for 2 decades now of what was one of the most dominant programs in the country. Heck, Miami still hasn't even won an ACC championship in their history. They've only been to one ACC championship game and lost. Yet they could potentially win a national championship before they do. I mean, it's crazy to say out loud, and it just shows you how just bonkers the ACC is right now. But looking at Sam Leavitt, looking at his talent, and you bring in the fact, like, yes, Miami is going to lose some talent to the NFL. You know, they've got the top tackle in the draft, probably going to go top 5. They've got those 2 edge rushers, Ruben Bain. Those guys are monsters. They're gonna go early. They're gonna go in the first round. But Malachi Toney, the best player on Miami's team, you saw it last night. He was making play after play after play. Just the will to win. He is a physical player, even though he's 18 years old and vastly undersized for a wide receiver. He's going out there and he's hitting people. He's getting blocks. He is a superstar in the making. And for Sam Leavitt, the top transfer portal quarterback, to get to pair with that guy, I mean, the ACC is in trouble. Look, I'm a Virginia Tech fan. I graduated from there. I am pretty excited about what James Franklin is doing at Virginia Tech. But at the same time, it doesn't compare to what Miami is doing right now, especially if they bring in Leavitt. Everything that James Franklin's doing might just be building up to another Ohio State standing in his way, and that Ohio State is the Miami Hurricanes. Sam Leavitt is a guy who was viewed as a potential first round prospect this year. He spent most of the year injured, so we didn't really get to see him, but he really came to the stage when he and Cam Scadaboo in the semifinals last year and the quarterfinals just absolutely making a name for themselves, carrying the team, trying their darndest to beat a Texas team that was vastly more talented than they were. And Levitt can bring that kind of attitude. He instantly becomes a top 3 quarterback in the ACC at worst. Thinking about it right now, I think if the preseason voters came out, Malachi Toney and Sam Leavitt would be number 1 and number 2 for preseason ACC Player of the Year. So Miami potentially would have the 2 best players in the conference coming off of this magical run that they're going to make more money off of. People forget the ACC's new revenue sharing model gives every dollar that a program makes from advancing in the playoffs, their share of the revenue. That school gets every bit of it. So that's even more money to spend on players, on coaches, on resources, everything. The rich get richer. If Miami pulls this off and brings in Sam Leavitt, it's curtains for the rest of the ACC.